Let's talk about a maker's secret weapon, the exploded view in CAD. Imagine your complex machine, gears, bolts, brackets, on screen as a solid block. How do you show someone how it all fits together? Enter the exploded view. It's not just a drawing, it's a visual story of assembly, showing how lifeless parts become a working whole. Think of it as a freeze frame of a controlled explosion, with every part pulled apart in the exact reverse order of assembly. You see not just the parts, but their relationships, how everything fits and works together. Exploded views are the universal language of builders and engineers. They're more than cool visuals. They're essential tools for communication. A standard drawing gives you dimensions, but an exploded view shows the dance of assembly. What goes where and in what order. It bridges the gap between digital design and hands-on building, saving time, money, and headaches. For any engineer or maker, mastering exploded views is essential. It's the first step to thinking about the entire creation process, not just the final product. You don't need to read a word to understand how it all fits together. Exploded views make complexity clear. Why bother with exploded views? Because they're the backbone of assembly manuals and repair guides. Remember building flat-pack furniture? Those diagrams with every screw and panel floating apart. That's an exploded view guiding you step by step. For maintenance, they're a treasure map, showing exactly which parts to remove, in what order, to reach a hidden component. They save time, prevent mistakes, and make repairs straightforward. In design reviews, exploded views let clients and teammates see inside your project, showing off the cleverness and logic of your design. They make the complex understandable, building confidence in your work. For designers, creating an exploded view is a final check. Does everything assemble logically? Can every part actually be installed? Catching assembly issues in CAD is far cheaper than fixing them after manufacturing. Exploded views aren't just pretty. They're practical, powerful, and essential. They turn confusion into clarity. Making a great exploded view is part art, part logic. Start by thinking in reverse. The last part you assemble is the first you move in your exploded view. Pull parts apart along their natural assembly axes, screws straight out, covers off, sliders back along grooves. Keep movements clean and linear for clarity. Space parts so each is visible, but not so far that their relationships are lost. It's a balancing act. Enough space to see, close enough to connect. Add explosion lines, dashed lines linking each part to its assembly point. These lines show exactly where everything goes, eliminating ambiguity. Without them, you have floating chaos. With them, a clear assembly guide. Use your CAD software's tools to keep everything neat and professional. The result? A diagram that's easy to follow, logical, and ready for real-world use. Exploded views are your final design check and your best communication tool. Want your exploded views to stand out? Start with consistency. Pull identical parts out by the same distance and explode subassemblies the same way. Choose your viewpoint carefully. Isometric or trimetric angles usually show the most information at once. Rotate your model until all key parts are visible and relationships are clear. Avoid hiding major components behind others. Label every part with numbered balloons linked to a bill of materials, so anyone can identify, order, or replace parts easily. An unlabeled exploded view is only half the story. Use sub-assemblies, pull out complex units as a whole, rather than exploding every tiny part. Create separate exploded views for sub-assemblies if needed. This keeps your main drawing clean and readable. Organized, clear exploded views make your design look professional and easy to understand. Let's see this in action with a centrifugal pump, a classic example. The pump has a casing, impeller, motor, seals, and fasteners. Assembled, it's a mystery. Exploded, every part's role is clear. Start by pulling back the bolts and sliding the motor assembly away from the casing. Reveal the driveshaft and coupling, then separate the volute cover to expose the impeller. Slide off the impeller, then remove seals and washers. Each part moves along the pump's central axis. Explosion lines trace every part's path, making the assembly logic obvious. The result, a clear diagram showing every component and how to access or replace it. Maintenance is easier, sales are clearer, and design confidence is higher. That's the power of a well-executed exploded view. It turns complexity into an understandable story.